It started as a regular day at a bustling retail store until things took a shocking turn. A black woman, confidently managing her own business, is suddenly confronted by a manager who assumes she doesn't belong. His baseless accusations quickly escalate, leading to an unbelievable moment. He calls the police on her, claiming she's trespassing. But here's the twist: she's not just an employee, she's his boss. The tension in the room is thick as the truth begins to unravel, and the manager's arrogance crumbles in front of everyone. What happens next is the ultimate dose of instant karma, leaving bystanders stunned. How does he react when he realizes his massive mistake? And how does she handle this shocking confrontation? Stay tuned to see how this jaw-dropping story unfolds, and trust me, you won't believe how it ends. The manager had noticed the woman confidently walking through the store, checking displays and speaking with employees. But instead of asking who she was, he immediately assumed she didn't belong. Without hesitation, he confronted her, demanding she leave the premises. His voice grew louder, drawing the attention of customers and staff. The woman stayed calm, calmly explaining that she had every right to be there. But the manager wasn't listening. He called security and even threatened to involve the police, claiming she was causing a disturbance. Employees exchanged uneasy glances. Some knew exactly who she was, but were too afraid to speak up. Others watched in shock, unsure of what was happening. The woman remained composed, but inside, she was stunned by how quickly things escalated. The manager had no idea he was digging his own grave. But why didn't anyone stop him? And how far would he go before realizing the truth? As the manager paced impatiently, waiting for security to arrive, whispers rippled through the store. A few employees exchanged nervous glances, recognizing the woman as the regional director, the person who had recently been promoted to oversee multiple store locations, including this one. Yet fear of retaliation kept them silent. One young cashier debated stepping in but hesitated, unsure of how to challenge his boss without risking his job. Meanwhile, a regular customer quietly recorded the unfolding scene on her phone, sensing that something was terribly wrong. The woman remained calm, but was inwardly frustrated by the blatant disrespect. She considered revealing her identity, but wanted to see how far the manager would take this. The manager, blinded by his assumptions, spoke louder, drawing more attention. Customers grew uncomfortable, some quietly leaving, while others watched in disbelief. The tension in the air was suffocating. How much longer could this continue before the truth shattered his arrogance? Security finally arrived, and the manager wasted no time painting the woman as a trespasser causing trouble. His voice was sharp, filled with authority, as he demanded she be removed immediately. The woman stood her ground, her calmness unsettling him even more. The security guard hesitated, sensing something was off. Employees began to shift uncomfortably, some whispering among themselves, while others avoided eye contact altogether. The regular customer recording the scene moved closer, capturing every word. The woman slowly reached into her bag, and for a moment, the manager tensed up. But instead of causing trouble, she calmly pulled out her employee ID, boldly displaying her name and title, Regional Director. The security guard's eyes widened, and a heavy silence fell over the store. The manager, still unaware, doubled down, accusing her of faking the ID. The air was electric with tension. One employee finally spoke up, barely above a whisper, "Sir, that's our boss." The manager froze for a split second, his face draining of color. But instead of backing down, he scoffed and accused the employee of covering for the woman. His ego wouldn't let him accept the truth. He turned to the security guard, insisting they escort her out immediately. But before anyone could move, another voice cut through the tension. A man in a suit stepped forward from the crowd. "I need to speak with you." Now, it was the district manager who had quietly been visiting the store for a surprise inspection. He had witnessed the entire incident unfold. His sharp eyes locked onto the manager, filled with disbelief and disappointment. The room fell into a deeper silence, the weight of the situation crushing. The manager's arrogance started to crack, but it was too late. The stakes had skyrocketed. What the district manager was about to say could change everything. The manager's confidence crumpled as the district manager pulled him aside, his voice low but firm. "Do you realize who you just threatened to throw out? That's your boss, the regional director." The manager stammered, searching for an excuse, but the district manager didn't wait for one. "Clean out your office. You're done." The manager's face turned pale, his authority slipping through his fingers. Employees stared in stunned silence, some relieved, others quietly satisfied. But just as the woman prepared to address the staff, the district manager turned to her with a serious look. "There's something else you need to know. This wasn't the first complaint about him. Corporate's been watching this store closely for ongoing issues." The woman's eyes narrowed. The problem ran deeper than one manager's prejudice. She realized this was her chance to make real changes within the company. The confrontation was over, but the real work was just beginning. With the manager gone, the atmosphere in the store shifted. Employees finally felt safe to speak up, sharing stories of the toxic environment he had created. The woman listened carefully, realizing that this wasn't just about one bad manager. It was about rebuilding trust and fostering respect throughout the company. She assured the staff that changes were coming, promising to implement better training and stronger policies to prevent discrimination and bias. Customers who had witnessed the incident approached her, offering support and thanking her for handling the situation with grace. The woman smiled, knowing this experience wasn't just a moment of personal victory, but a turning point for the entire store. As she walked through the aisles, employees followed with a new sense of respect and relief. In the end, it was more than instant karma. It was a powerful reminder that leadership means standing up for what's right.